Welcome everybody to Talladega Superspeedway for a C-Class Trucks fixed session today. 25 laps of Talladega Superspeedway. It promises to be a brilliant race, and we have some familiar names in here as well. So we'll run through the grid and then we'll get track temperature and conditions for you all. We'll run through the grid. Qualifying has just completed. Brian Vaughan has taken pole position with a 55.096. Joey Allen is P2. Stephen C. Ritter, P3. Cody Brewer, P4. Evan D'Amico, 5th. Heath Williams, 6th. Thomas Hernandez, 7th. Stephen Segiet, 8th. Michael Longacre, maybe even, P9. Mark Hutch, P10. Arta Martins, P11. Anthony Schauer, P12. Tom Miles, P13. Max Johnson, P14. Juan Gonzalez, 15th. Ronnie Scott, 16th. Austin Boardman, 17th. Colin Boynton, 18th. Kyle Goodspeed, 19th. Thomas Sledzik from Wildfire Racing, one of my teammates, P20. Kyle Brandt, 21st. Bryce Collar, 22nd. Dwayne Smith, 23rd. Archie Williams Jr. rounds out our 24-car grid. We are still sitting behind the pace car, so we will switch to a scenic view and we will have a look at track conditions. Air temp is 20 degrees Celsius. Sorry, I don't know what that is in freedom units, but you can do the math. Track temp is 23 degrees. Humidity is 71%. It is slightly overcast and not too much of a breeze. So let's go behind the pace car. We will be one lap to green very shortly. I'll get my face off the broadcast for you all. And let's tune in and get pumped for the C-Class fixed at Talladega session. These trucks, of course, are an absolute dream to draft with. They are a lot of fun. They do leave a lot of room for error as well. They're quite forgiving as opposed to the next-gen cars and a few other oval cars on the super speedways. We've got Kyle Goodspeed in the pits. Maybe a technology issue. It's popped up saying Kyle Brandt has crashed. Not sure what's going on there. We've also got Archie Williams straggling behind the rest of the grid. Keep an eye on these situations as they progress. I'll put up a track map as well, so you can see the corresponding positions on the timing tower. On the left, you can see your favorite drivers and where they are relative to the track surface on the right-hand side. Pace car dipping below the yellow line and diving into the pits. Brian Vaughan will assume the lead. We will take the green flag very shortly into the Geico restart zone. And the trucks get fired up, ramping up speed. Brian Vaughan leads us away in the 21 with the 24 of Stephen C. Ritter closely behind on the bottom line. Listen to that. American muscle stock car racing at Talladega Superspeedway. Could you ask for much more? I don't know. It's pretty damn good. Oh, the bottom line. No, we've got an issue already. It's a big one. Oh, the bottom line was stacked. We're under caution. The bottom line, and Juan Gonzalez is someone who got caught out. Dwayne Smith as well. Oh, boy. That was a huge incident. Absolutely huge incident. I think we're going to see multiple cars now diving into the pits, unfortunately, with, well, let's face it, irreparable damage if you want to be a factor competitively in this race. We'll have a closer look at some of these cars. Archie Williams Jr. looks okay. We'll see Cody Brewer looks okay. Front end a bit bent in. Thomas Hernandez, bit of front right damage. Oh, Anthony Shower, the 12. Yeah, that's not looking good for Anthony. Who else have we got here? We got Mark Hutch from Canada. The 15 looks okay, looks pretty straight. Gonzalez looks okay. Smith looks okay. So, looks like we may have had a few really close calls, but a few escaping with their cars intact here. Let's see. We'll go with Cody Brewer and just see if we can see what... Oh, goodness, it's the 20... Okay, so it's around here, but it's the 20 of Thomas Hernandez, I think. That teal blue car you can see there. And the inside is stacked up 5 deep. So the number 1 gets into the 20, who gets into Cody Brewer, and then it's just chaos. Absolute chaos. Back to live pitches. We are still under caution. Several cars ducking into the pits to receive some service and hopefully bleed off some of their damage. Brian Vaughan still holds the lead in the 21. We'll cycle through just to see if anything's changed. So we've got Ritter, Stephen C. Ritter in the 24, who's gained 1 place, but he'll probably go to the outside for the restart, so not necessarily positions gained there. Joey Allen is stopping on track. The Lucky Strike car. Joey Allen, the number 9. Has he... Maybe just a technical issue, maybe hardware related? I can't see why he would have been sent down 14 places under caution. No, he's making his way back through the field again now to reassume his position. So that is all good. Bit of a scare there for Joey. And he's made his way back up to the front of the field. Tucking in, ooh, carrying a bit of speed. Tucking in behind our race leader, Brian Vaughan. I think Stephen C. Ritter's going to go past. So we've got Michael Longacre in the 1 is still there. He's up 5 places on the opening lap. Heath Williams in the 4 up 1 place. Arta Rebello Martins up 5 places to be P6. Max Johnson up 7 places into P7 in the 10. Austin Boardman, the 2, is up 9 places in P8. Ronnie Scott, the 18, is up 7 places. Thomas Sledzik is up 10 places in the 6th. Equal biggest mover, equaling Kyle Brandt, also up 10 places. Bryce Collar also up 10 places. And Dwayne Smith, who was minorly involved in that incident. He's up 10 places into P13. We will see. We've still got lights on the pace car, so we're going around again, which is not great news for the excitement levels of this broadcast, but that's okay. We will deal with what we've got here in the booth. We'll cycle through, seeing as we're going around once more, to the rest of the grid. So Juan Gonzalez is up 1 place into P14. Mark Hutch is down 5 to be sitting P15. There's Mark, the number 15, sitting in 15th. Archie Williams is up 8 positions despite being caught up in that opening lap mayhem. He is in P15. Yep, so we've gone side by side with Mark. Evan D'Amico down 12 places in 17th. Kyle Godspeed is up 1 place in 18th. Cody Brewer down 15 places in 19th. Just very unfortunate. And then we've got Tom Miles in P20th and Thomas Hernandez 21st. Steven Sigiet is 22nd and in the pits. So do we have lights out on the pace car? We do. We are getting ready to build those revs again. We're on the back stretch. When we come back through the Geico restart zone, we will get back underway. Someone taking to the infield back there. Not sure who that is. It's not Daytona. You can't take the bus stop at Talladega for fun. As much as we'd all love to. Speaking of Geico zones, Geico painted on the back of Thomas Sledzik Micro Center Toyota. Very on brand for a race restart. We are completing, or about to complete lap 4 of 25 here, so let's hope we can get some green flag running. Brian Vaughan again to take us away. He has control of the field and will be able to hit the gas once we hit this Geico restart zone. Bottom line has some connection and he gets us underway. A rapid restart. Blitzes the field, but he's got no support up there. So he's going to have to wait till someone builds a head of steam to be able to come with him. We've got Ritter on the high side with the number 1 of Michael Longacre in behind. Which side will Brian choose? He goes to the inside to cover Joey Allen. Oh, big push to the rear bumper of Vaughan. Plenty of organisation down on the bottom side. Actually, we've got 3, and then we've got a big gap. Some great pushing coming in from the 23 and the 4. Oh, Ritter gets shot up the field. Wow. Stephen C. Ritter would not have enjoyed that one bit. He's been shuffled down into the pack, and the bottom line has some real big momentum now going single file. Wow, Stephen C. Ritter comes down to the bottom side. The top line has lost all semblance of momentum now. Vaughan still holds us up there. Let's go on board with the Wildfire Man, Thomas Sledzik, looking at the back of the 2 of Austin Boardman. And the gearbox view shows the Highline looking to organise themselves once again. There's not too much help coming there. The 1 of Michael Longacre and then the 16 of Artur Rebello Martins. Starting to find their way back now. They've also got the 17 of Juan Gonzalez. This is a Latin heavy highline, but Longacre's not able to make it work. They're just losing momentum. As soon as they get a bit of a push and a bit of speed, they lose momentum there. The 1 of Longacre also blinking a little bit too, so that will be concerning for anyone wanting to push him along. Longacre really trying to make this highline work against all the odds. The front 3 starting to build a bit of a gap now. We can see about a 1/10.5. No, they're all squeezed back together. Never mind. The bottom line very strong now. There is a lot of weight behind them, a lot of momentum, and they are single file as far back as the pack goes. What a great sight and great sound hearing this pack roar through Talladega Speedway. 16 really giving a big shot to the 1 now. They have some momentum. And Longacre, they're about 3 deep compared to the bottom line now. And shooting for the front. Now, what does Longacre do? Does he filter down into the bottom line after this big push? They're going to be equal with Vaughan. The top line's done tremendously well, but they're only 3 deep. Oh, we've got the 4 on the bottom line blinking a little bit as well as we come through the front stretch. And it's very unsettling for anyone giving pushes and giving help to the car in front. As soon as they disappear, you don't necessarily know where your momentum's going to take them, or take you rather, and if you're going to end up in between their panels. We've got 3 wide now. The 7 and the 8 looking to make it 3 wide. Oh, we're all getting a bit loose there. Oh, it's tight. If the top line can get the 22 to join up, think they may have something here. The 22 of Dwayne Smith, it looks to be that they don't necessarily have any damage after that first lap incident, which is extremely lucky. Wow, some great green flag running here. We're at lap 10 now of 25. And after sorting through the opening lap chaos, we have an excellent run. The top line built some brilliant momentum and has just dropped back ever so slightly. They're about up with P3 on the bottom line, and we've still got Michael Longacre making that top line work. He's been an excellent leader, just as Brian Vaughan has been on the bottom side. And the 23... Oh, actually, it's not the 23. It's painted 23. It's Joey Allen, the 9, in behind Brian Vaughan, has been just relentless in his pushes, making sure that the bottom line stays strong and stays organised. They're holding a very tight line. Really impressive to see. That's saying the 4 as well in the 3rd position on the bottom line, doing tremendously well. Lucky Charms car on the high side, the number 7, almost got shuffled out there into the 3rd lane. They were able to bring it back, which is very nice. Let's see. We've got 3 lanes opening up now. It is still Longacre and Vaughan leading the first 2 rows. Then we've got, is it the 12? They're dropping back heavily. They're not able to make that work. Excellent racing from everyone in there. Oh no, we've got a big one! Oh! Gonzalez, and who else is involved? Oh, that is a big, big, big accident. Tom Miles in the Lucky Charms car. Oh boy, was that the 3rd lane just not able to maintain what they were doing with that momentum? Let's have a look. It's the 7 here, and oh no! Oh, it was the 11. It was Kyle Brandt. Oh, that was such a big hit. Let's go blimp view so we can see that. It's going to be the 11 Mobil 1 car on the bottom line, in behind the 9 and the black car behind it. It's just going to hit the right rear of the black truck in front, and it causes a big, big stack. Oh boy, that is not good for anybody. We're going to have several wounded cars after this one. And we'll run through the pecking order again for you all, just so you can see where your favourite drivers are at the moment. We're lap 13 out of 25, so we're only just over half race distance. We have Brian Vaughan still maintaining the lead of the pack. He's been faultless so far. Michael Longacre, the leader of the high side for much of that second run, is sitting P2, just brilliant leading from Longacre. Joey Allen, the pusher, on the bottom line, maintains P3. We've then got the big winner, I think, of that section of the race. Actually, I've got another one I'll run through as well. But Arta Rebello Martins, who was trying to make the high line work and really worked hard with Michael Longacre there to bring them to the front of the field. He's up 7 places from where he started in P4 now. Heath Williams is P5. We've then got Dwayne Smith, who I will give the title to at this point in the race for the biggest mover. He is up 17 places. He was displaced as well in the opening lap incident. So up 17 places to be P6 at this point in the race. Max Johnson is up 7 places into P7. Kyle Godspeed is P8. We've then got Austin Boardman, P9. Up 8 places to be P9. Thomas Sledzik, still up 10 places and still P10. The number 6. Cody Brewer was actually one of our biggest losers from the opening lap incident. He's down 7 places to be P11. he worked really hard in that run to try and get 3 lanes going, and unfortunately, and he was running very nicely with the 7 of Tom Miles as well, until they were the innocent bystanders in that one, it has to be said, to get caught up in that. Stephen C. Ritter has dropped 9 places to be P12, unfortunately caught up in this one as well. He was one of our early front runners. Juan Gonzalez is P13. Archie Williams has fought back. He's up 10 places from where he started to be sitting P14. Bryce Collar is up 7 places in P15. Evan D'Amico is 16th. Ronnie Scott, going to the next car on the track. Ronnie Scott is P17. Mark Hutch P18. Just trying to catch up with the rest of the field. Thomas Hernandez, unfortunately, again caught up in an incident. He's sitting P19th, but looks like he may take no further part, or may just join the tail of the field. Kyle Brandt then is P20 rather. Yeah, involved in that incident, and not in the way I think he would have preferred. Tom Miles then P21, but it looks like has disconnected as well, unfortunately for Tom. Nothing he could have done about that last incident. So, still under caution. We are going around once more. We would expect the lights of the pace car to go out this lap. And once we cross the finish line, we will be starting lap 15 of 25. So, just over 10 laps to go. Okay, lights on the pace car are out. So we are set to get back underway. Traditionally at super speedways like Talladega and Daytona, the race doesn't necessarily start until the last few laps. So I feel that the field has been fairly orderly up to this point. Really quite patient, working together. It's been lovely to see. But that can only last for so long in super speedway pack racing. Okay, coming up to the start-finish line into the restart zone. Vaughn once again has control of the race. Vaughn will get us underway. Michael Longacre on the top row, as he has been for most of this race. The revs rise and Vaughn gets us underway. It looks like Joey Allen has been able to go with him fairly well. Fairly good restart. What does Longacre do? He slots down. He takes the bottom lane for the first time in this session, and we absolutely can't blame him for that. It looks like the 23 is that got hung out there. Oh, it's Archie Williams Jr. He is it Archie Williams Jr.? I'll come back to you on that one. But the bottom line has tremendous momentum at this point in time. Very nicely organized. Oh, they fan out a little bit there. So Rebelo Martins, can he hitch on? But the 16 probably looking to get down as quickly as he can, but just couldn't find a gap there with the front runners. Oh, and we've got lots of jockeying, lots of maneuvering for position at the moment. Everyone looking to use this restart this early run to make up positions if we can. Got Max Johnson sitting nicely there in P5. Look at everyone fanning out, looking for the air, but also looking for someone else's rear bumper to be able to latch onto. The order we have at the moment is Vaughan, Allen, Williams, Johnson, Goodspeed, and then we've got Longacre. Again, finds himself on the high line. I definitely missed that because Longacre was slotted in around P3, P4 on the bottom line. And now finds himself again. Maybe he just prefers to have the clean air. He's got some familiar faces in behind as well. He's got Juan Gonzalez and then Artur Rebello Martins in behind. We've got someone, ooh, the 17 just dropping below the apron there. Very dangerous to do, especially when you're 7 or so laps from the checkered flag there. And, ooh, we've got a mover. We've got some bold moves from Thomas Sledzik to take the high line. With 7 laps to go, he will lead the high line. He's got Longacre in behind. And then Gonzalez in behind them. Boardman's tucked up there as well. Nope. Shoots back down to the bottom lane. Sledzik just not feeling it. Not feeling like there's enough support there at the moment, I would say. Just biding their time a little bit too. We're just stuck in that. Oh, there's another one that is orange chrome car. Longacre has a look to maybe go and block and go to the high line as well. Tactics playing out here. Sledzik goes to the high line again. Longacre wants it but can't. He's not clear. Sledzik's got no support though. And ooh, there was a bit of a tease in front that maybe someone was going to pop through. Oh, and we're wrecking. It's Longacre. Oh no. Oh, Longacre caught up in a wreck. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. Let's have a look as he dives into the pits. It's the 17 that just gets into the back of Longacre. A push gone wrong, I think we could say. And the 12... the 12 is it Anthony Shower? No. That orange chrome vehicle. Not sure who that is. And the sorry sight of Michael Longacre, who's done so well in this session so far. Has to park it in the pits and receive some treatment. That is so unfortunate. Well, maybe that was a taste of what is to come in the next 5 laps. Under caution once again. Now, does anyone... I wouldn't imagine anyone will take pit service at this point. It's too close to the end of the race, and the gains, the potential gains from any fresh tyres would be negated by the track position you lose. Vaughan fakes it, does he? Yeah, no, Vaughan... Oh, it's the late fake. I don't know. He had me. I don't know if anyone else thought he may have done the unthinkable. I didn't, and then I did. He really had me going. Wow. So no, doesn't look like anyone of note up in the front half of the field has gone into the pits to get fresh gear. No, we're all following the leader and following the pace car around once more. There's a long old pit lane as well, so a lot of time could be lost in ducking in and not necessarily being able to catch up with the pack before we go green. So it would be a big unnecessary risk on multiple parts. Well done, Brian. You definitely had me going. All right, lights still on the pace car, so we'll run through the order very quickly once again. We won't necessarily show everyone. We'll go into blimp. Well, let's go. Go cockpit cam with Brian Vaughan just while he sits in behind the pace car. So Vaughan leads us in P1. He started P1. Joey Allen in behind in P2. He started P2. Heath Williams is up 3 places to be P3. Thomas Sledzik, he was up 10 places earlier. He's up 16 places right now to be P4 on the road. Max Johnson up 9 to be P5. Kyle Goodspeed up 13 places into P6. Then got Ronnie Scott P7. Juan Gonzalez P8. Stephen C. Ritter P9. Artur Rebello Martins P10. Austin Boardman P11. Brian, you're not going to trick us this time. If you got me last time, you're not going to trick anyone this time. We know you will not fit. Austin Boardman P11, Archie Williams Jr. P12, Thomas Hernandez P13, Dwayne Smith P14, Mark Hutch is 15th, Evan D'Amico is 16th, Bryce Collar is 17th. Michael Longacre, the first of the lap down cars, is P18, Cody Brewer P19, Kyle Brandt 20th, Tom Miles 21st, Steven Segiet 22nd, Anthony Shower is 23rd, and Colin Boynton props up the grid in 24th position. The lights are now out on the safety car. Sorry, for all the Americans, the pace car, not the safety car. We are lap 22 of 25, so it will be a green-white checker restart, I believe. It doesn't show in the booth, but we could just imagine that we will have lap... actually, potentially not. We'll be lap 23, so no, potentially not. Potentially not. Let's just keep it green, guys, so we don't have to go into overtime here. We want a nice, clean, hard finish with all of you going wheel to wheel and putting it all on the line for the win. Most of these drivers will be doing multiple Dega truck races this week. It is a week where you can gain a lot, but conversely, you can also lose a lot. I think Joey Allen has the right kind of paint scheme for this week at Talladega. Lucky strike. You've got to be lucky. You've got to have the gods on your side if you're going to make big gains this week, because sometimes you'll make big ones and the very next race you'll be the innocent bystander, like we've had so many today. You get caught up in other people's incidents and you have nowhere to go but directly to the pits. The pace car now gets off the racing surface, ducks into pit lane. We'll have Brian Vaughan leading us away. Joey Allen on the high side. We've got Williams and Sledzik in behind the lead duo. We have a couple of racing laps to go, and here we are, the finale to this truck race. If you're wondering why we've just skipped a little bit, my computer crashed just before the restart. Well, just on the restart. Vaughan well out in front. That's a big gap for this stage of the restart. The bottom lane is doing very well. Sledzik on the high line is about to get some help from number 18, Ronnie Scott. Scott's there. We've got Martins joining up as well, so there's going to be plenty of help on the high line. We've got 4 cars versus 4 on the bottom. This will be a shootout to the end, coming around to complete lap 23. Thomas gets a huge push from the 18. The 18 doing very well, getting support from Artur Rebello Martins, and then also the 17 of Juan Gonzalez. The bottom lane is steady though, and pushing along nicely with Brian Vaughan and Joey Allen at the front. This will be tricky to displace them, but never say never. Sledzik the leader on the top line. What can Sled do here? Oh, it gets a bit sideways after a push from Ronnie Scott. Scott being very aggressive, and he has to at this point. We are about to begin lap 25 of 25. We can see the bottom lane, how aggressive they are pushing. They're trying to get some distance between themselves and the high line. Scott pulls out, breaking the line with Sledzik. Scott now making a third lane, and he has number 2, Austin Boardman for company. They've lost all momentum because of that, though. Boardman cannot go with Scott. Sledzik back at the front of the second lane. Again, Scott pulls out to try and make something happen. Vaughn and Allen holding the bottom lane very nicely as we come up around the final corner. What are we going to see here? It's Vaughn, Allen, and Williams. Allen goes to the hide line. Sledzik is going to push him through. Oh, we're going to get a very interesting finish here. We come toward the checkered flag. It's Allen and Sledzik. Vaughn just lost all sorts of pace at the end there. Just was not able to maintain momentum. Allen gets it by 0.082 over Sledzik. We then go a further 0.039 back to Martins, and 1/1000th of a second then back to Kyle Goodspeed. Wow! That was absolutely awesome. So we'll get a different perspective here. So focusing on Brian Vaughn, and he loses that gap. See the gap to Williams behind. There's no support for him. Everybody else is getting pushed at this stage, and Sledzik pushes Allen to the win and takes P2. What a finish. What an awesome finish to our C-Class Trucks Talladega run. Joey Allen with the win. Wow. That was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We'll pop our race results up on screen now as well. Okay, rounding out our results as Joey Allen goes for a burnout. Joey Allen was the winner today for BAR Racing. Thomas Sledzik for Wildfire Racing P2. Kyle Goodspeed is third. Arta Rebello Martins P4. Heath Williams 5th. Brian Vaughn 6th. Ronnie Scott 7th. Max Johnson 8th. Hun Gonzalez P9, Dwayne Smith P10, Stephen C. Ritter P11, Mark Hutch P12, Evan D'Amico is 13th, Austin Boardman 14th, Archie Williams Jr. 15th, Bryce Collar 16th, Thomas Hernandez 17th, Michael Longacre, oh, I feel so bad for Michael, P18, Cody Brewer is P19, Kyle Brandt 20th, Tom Miles 21st, Stephen Segiet 22nd, Anthony Shower 23rd, and Colin Boynton is P24. Well, that is all we have time for in this F1 Gamerdad iRacing official race broadcast. I hope you've enjoyed it, everybody. We will be back throughout the week. There are some fantastic combos that I can't wait to bring you here on the channel for broadcasts, so keep in touch. Like the video if you enjoyed this one, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted next time we are about to do a race broadcast, and hopefully you are a part of the action. Until next time, keep racing hard. We'll see you soon.
F1 Gamer Dad on the grid.